Hello everyone, my name is Cowgle, and today we are doing a brand new thing that we've never done before. We've gotten a lot of requests for it, which is to do a building tutorial video. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing just one massive long building video tutorial that's really boring and you have to skip around and find it, we're going to split it up into 3 different parts. So part 1 is going to be the foundation of building any sort of base, just general houses. It could be a mansion, it could be even a castle, it could be whatever. Today we're going over that part 1, which is that foundation of your base. Part 2 is going to be all about roofs, how to put on a roof, how to fit a roof to your foundation. And then once you do that, then we're going to go into all the detailing, like texturizing and putting in different things like leaf blocks and all sorts of things. I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that into 3 different videos. So please stay tuned. And if you guys already haven't, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos that are important that follow this tutorial or series. We might even do some other building tutorials for more specific applications. Like if you guys want like giant dragons, I'll build giant dragons and show you guys how to do that. Or if you guys want like a floating island base, I can show you guys how to do that. Or like steampunk, for example, I could show you guys how to do that too. So yeah, I'm super excited to get started with this series. There's so many things we could do. So, and I'm taking requests. So please leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see me do next, outside of those 3 videos that I was talking about, those 3 parts. So let's go ahead and get in today's episode. All right, guys, so we have our flat world right here, and we are going to start out by looking at some blocks. So I have it turned on always day also, so it doesn't get night on us, so you guys can see the entire build. So we're just going to be getting into like some quick foundation stuff. It's going to be a very short episode. It's not going to be a super specific episode. We're just going to be really going over the foundations. But some of the best foundations are stone. You want to start out with a really nice stone foundation. Because stone looks heavy, so you want to put it at the bottom. You don't want to put stone on your roof. That's going to break all the wood below it. You got to think of it like that. You want to think of, okay, does that look heavier than the foundation of the base? So you got to think ahead when you're building a base. So we're going to start out with stone. We're going to take that, and we can even take some, we'll just start out with our stone bricks. We're not going to go too crazy with texturizing yet, because that's going to be in our 3rd part. So we'll start out with this. And the biggest rule, guys, number 1 rule is building in odds. You have to build in odds. And what I mean is this. So odd numbers like 1, and then you have 3. So that's 1 block, that's odd. And you have 3, that's an odd number. And then you have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's odd. And then you have 7, that's an odd number. And let me show you why you want to build in odds. So if you break the center block, okay, it's even on both sides, right? And you break the center block here, it's even on both sides. 3 on each side, right? So this helps you when you're building a foundation. It helps you find a place for a door. So that's super important. Let's say you build an even foundation, okay? Let's say you build 6, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and I'll get into what I'm talking about, this even and odd thing here more in a minute. But if you build it like that, then you have to put a double door in, or it's going to be lopsided. It's going to be off-centered. So like let's say your roof is going like that, like a triangle. It's going to be off-center from your door, so you don't want that to happen. So you really want to keep everything in odds, and so everything is centered and right. Now, there are certain cases where you can offset things, which we can go over that in another video, but in just this case, when you're building any base, you want to try to stick to odds. That's a really good general rule to follow. So let's go ahead and build our first little foundation. So we're going to build it 7 by 11. And let me show you guys what I mean by that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go by 11, right? So this counts as our first block right here for going this way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. Okay, there we go. So now we have this L. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it into a rectangle. All right, so now we have our rectangle. This is a very basic house foundation right here, guys. This is very easy to make. And honestly, you can make so many combinations of rectangles like this. So this is our very base foundation. Let me show you guys another foundation that I like to do. So we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll show you where our door is going to go. And now we're going to go 11 the other direction. So a 7 by 11. So it's We go 1, 2, 11. All right, let's go ahead and make our rectangle just like we did on the other one. Just like that. And now what we can do, so the best part about doing odds is that you can split this up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and cut this thing in half. All right, so we're gonna go, so you have this, we'll count this as our first block again. All right, this line. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now we can go 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so now we can go back over here and we can connect it to this. So now we have a double foundation here, and we can connect these two by breaking this, and now we have like a little passway or like a little hallway in our base that we can just walk through and get into that section. All right, so now let's go into stacking up and how, and let me actually make another foundation for you guys real quick, and then I'll go into that stacking up part. Like I said, this is going to be a very short video, real quick tutorial on how to build just the foundations of a base. These are two good foundation layouts that you guys can use. This is a much more simple, easy one to build that uses less material. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated. But let's go ahead and make a little bit more complicated of a build here. So we're going to go our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 11 again. I really like those numbers because it just always kind of comes out in the right size. So all right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. All right, we're gonna make our rectangle again, just like that. Perfect. All right, so instead of cutting it in half this time, how about we cut it a little bit lopsided? Here's our door. Here's our door. So we're gonna go like this. So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna place more blocks on top of this first block. So we're gonna go 1, 7. All right, and we're gonna go 8, 9. All right, so we're gonna go 9 blocks. Remember, always do in odd numbers. Always do in odd numbers. If that was on 8, something's gonna mess up with the roof. Something is not gonna be right. So we always want to do odd numbers. I went 9 blocks from that end. All right, now we're gonna go this way, just like what we did there. So we're gonna go, and I want to go out pretty far. We'll probably go out 11 blocks. So we're gonna go 2, 3, 4, 11. All right, and now we're gonna go all the way back to this part here, and we can actually break this little section. Break this little section here, and now we have a longer base. So now you can see a few different foundations for bases here. So you got your small rectangle, you got your kind of double rectangle right here, and you have this rectangle that we started with, and then we put another larger one connected to it. And this all comes down to the roof, which we're going to go into the next episode. But let's build a few more foundations. These are all ones you guys can use again. So another thing in your foundations, you want to build them up pretty tall. Okay, so you want to build them up pretty tall. So I like to go up 6 or 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. I like to go up 6 or 7 blocks. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going up doesn't matter as much to keep it odd. You can do even going up. It's just for the foundation, just the layout from above. You want to stay odd in all of these block patterns right here. You don't want to go even in any of these directions. But let's go ahead and go up 6 on all of these sides. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can connect these over. All right, now let's go over again. And we're going to go up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go over 2, and we're going to add our blocks there. Now we're going to do this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. We're going to go over just like that. And now we're going to go back over this way. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now you guys can kind of see how this is taking shape. So you can actually build on top of this foundation. So remember how I was saying in the beginning of the episode how you want all the heavy down low and you want your lighter materials up high. Well, let's grab some wood. Just real quick, let's just grab a little bit of wood, and we are going to expand this out. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go 1 out. All right, so did you guys see what I did? All I did was put a block out and another block on top, and then I broke that one below it. So we're gonna go 1 out. We're gonna do that all the way around our base here. This is just a really cool technique that I like to use, and it makes the base look a lot more lively. It won't be so flat on the outside. You want to keep it, you want it to pop. You don't want it to just be a flat side. See, if we would have just had this flat all right here, it'd look a lot more boring, but we want this to stay very lively and pop out. So now we got a little bit more, we got a little bit of 3Ding going on here. And another cool little trick you can do, instead of just using 2 blocks here, we are going to grab some logs. Let's grab some logs real quick. Yep, here we go. And we'll just grab some, let's just grab some stripped oak logs, all right? And we're gonna go up like this. We're just gonna go up 1, so we're gonna count the bottom block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go 6, just like that. We're gonna go up 6 here. And then we're gonna connect these over. Actually, we're gonna go up 1 more. We're gonna go up 7. We're gonna count, we're gonna start counting from this block here. And we're gonna go back over this way, just like that. And we're gonna build this up 7. And we're gonna go this way. Just like that. And we can actually add another pillar here. Just like that, perfect. And we're gonna go back around this way. All right, wrapping it back around to where we started. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a really good layout for what this base is looking like here. So yeah, so what we did, we just started with our basic foundation, just like this, and we just stacked it up about 6 or 7 blocks, and then we went out on this ring here, and then we put wood, which is a lighter material in thought, right? Wood is a lot less heavy than stone is, so stone's going to be on the base, and we have our wood up top, and it looks like it's right. It looks like a house that you would see. And that's what I really like about it. And you can add, there's so many more details you can add in here. So let's just fill in one of these walls here. I'm just gonna fill in a quick wall right here, and we'll be wrapping up this episode. And feel free to use this episode as a guide. Go back and rewatch it. Go back and rewatch how I did these foundations. Make your own foundations. Just combine rectangles in different ways. Just always make sure you use odd numbers. And make sure it just makes sense. Like really think out, okay, how is this gonna look when I'm done with it? Don't just throw down a bunch of blocks on the ground. Make sure you really think ahead when you're building a base. So let me show you guys a cool trick real quick before we go. So I really like to make it pop a little bit more by doing this trick. So what you can do, we'll actually use a different block. No, we'll use this same block here. So we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna go 5, and we're gonna go like this. So that's actually 4 there. We're gonna go boom, and we're gonna go 3. We'll go like this. You just want to make it even on both sides. Just like that. So see what I did here. So we're gonna, if we did that all the way around on all the other sides, all right, we'll just add a little bit more texture here with some stairs. All right, so we're gonna grab some brick stairs. And when you start using other blocks, it makes it look even better. But we're just gonna add some stairs in here, just like that. And now you can see how much this is popping out here. We can even do this. See how cool that looks? So now we have kind of like a castle-y look to this. We can even add a window in here if we really wanted. Look at that. We can even make it 3 tall. And on first levels like this, I really like to add in iron bars. I just think it looks so cool because it's stone. It's, you know, it doesn't make much sense for it to have windows. Now that doesn't make it necessarily look like a prison because we're gonna have windows up here on the wooden sections, but on the lower sections, it looks really cool when you have some iron bars. We can even go like this too. We can just have one window, just like that, and then we could have a lantern on the other side if we wanted. So there's so many different things we could do here, and you could even add in some lanterns if you wanted to on these little sections here. So just feel free to create little things like this, and you can even add some bushes down here too. And this kind of goes into the texturizing video, but I'm just giving you guys a good idea. You can add some bushes down here. And just look how much that has changed this front side of this wall. And imagine when you guys get a roof on it. It's going to look amazing. So always build in odds so you guys can do stuff like this. See, if you didn't build in odds, you would not be able to make this. It's going to be lopsided, or it's going to be harder to fit in things like this. So yeah, guys, that will probably wrap up today's episode. If you guys like today's episode, please leave a like. It helps me out so much, especially for a small YouTuber like me. And I really want to get out all of these videos to everybody. So you guys clicking on this episode, subscribing to me, and liking this episode and watching it for the entirety really helps me out so much, actually. In fact, that I can keep doing this. I can keep making cool videos. So and if you guys already haven't too, go check out my new Stranger Things series. I believe we just finished episode 3, so there's so much content for you guys to go watch. And also go check out my hardcore series, and we're going to start going live on that here soon. So please stay tuned. I'm super excited for what is to come with the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.